picture.
The black man say it's a white man.
Great Nigerians and wonderful listeners, we are back again today. Like I told you, we're going to come up with a program today. What we're supposed to have today is issues of the moment. I also wanted to know that this is still issues of the moment, but on a very different level. And today's issues of the moment is going to deal on personality profile and also look at something that has not been very conversant at this part of the globe. Luckily for us, our sister has it. And in the studio with me today, from my far left, I have St. Moses Ogbonna. St. Moses Ogbonna is a practicing lawyer. He is a human rights activist. He is a philosopher and logician par excellence, and also the chairman, chief executive, Living Television and Living Radio 90.9. St. Moses Ogbonna, you're welcome to the program.
Thank you very much. And viewers and listeners, good morning, good afternoon, depending on where you are calling from.
And after him, I have a very special person. I tag her our special guest for today. I called her a special guest because all my life, I think, even having traveled far and wide, I've never seen a woman with such, I call it. And I begin to wonder why people say what a man can do, a woman can do, really do better. Though I don't believe doing better, but with what I've seen in her, I think they are very close to the fact and truth. The person I am talking about is not a person, but Ambassador Peace Onwiri. Ambassador Peace Onwiri is from Omongalagwe Ziamam Vose in Isialangwa South local government area. She holds a master's degree in public health and concluding her PhD also in public health. He is a public health professional, and that's exactly what she is doing. By the time we get to her, you know many more things about her. I just have to tell you her name and also her degree to tell you that if you talk about public health, she is an expert in that field, and then you're yet to know more about them. Ambassador Peace, you're welcome to the program.
Thank you, sir.
All right, let's be on our way right now. Ambassador Onwiri is the person in church, or rather the director. In the normal business time, you say the chairman, chief executive, managing director of Fly With Us project. And that is where we are going to start today. And then from there, we get to know more about her. Ambassador, we talk about Fly With Us, project Fly With Us. And then from the literal understanding of Fly With Us, you want us to develop our wings and then as a fly. But this is not Benin, we are not witches. So what is Fly With Us?
Yeah, Project Fly With Us. It's a project about discovering the potentials of Africa. We love Africa so much, and Africa is rich in culture and has so many potentials that a lot of Africans don't even know. They don't appreciate it. They don't know it. So we want Project Fly With Us is actually giving you the wing now to fly with us. We're giving you the wing to tour Africa, to discover Africa, to trade in Africa, and to promote the GDP of Africa. Especially, Africa is the only continent that still has 65% of all arable land in the whole wide world. So everybody is coming to Africa. We have it in Africa. So we're proud of Africa. We're promoting Africa. Thank you.
All right, Sambo, you had what she said.
Yes, you see, there is one thing we missed, Africans. We think development starts from when you get to United States or you get to United Kingdom. But even in the Bible, God proved to us that it is Africa. When he wanted the Jews to develop, to acquire knowledge, to know what creation, how he created this world, he first of all transported them to Egypt to go and acquire knowledge. So Africa is where the knowledge of God, knowledge of creation, knowledge of the nature can be found.
All right, you're just telling us that God is the architect of tourism, because for sending people to Egypt, that means God is a tourist.
It's a tourist. From tourism, you will be able to acquire the knowledge of where you are not to add to where you are.
All right, before we go ahead, Ambassador, let us have a clue of who you are as a person, and then who is in charge of this project Fly With Us. And then I understand also, I've heard in the newspapers and so on, that you are also not just the director of this project Fly With Us, that there are some other organizations and companies that you've been heading, and there are some other African, that is related to Africans, that you've been dealing with, and that you've traveled far and wide as far as this nation is concerned, and also the world in general. So let's know who you are and some other things you do, and then the positions also you hold in these organizations.
All right, thank you, sir. Our good listeners, it's a pleasure to be here today, and I'm your humble servant, Abumwa Fongwa. I'm from Abia State, and I'm a proud daughter of Abia State. I'm an Igbo woman. I have my first degree in public health, and also I have a master's in public health, and I'm currently doing my PhD in public health. So I'm interested in health and the health of the public, and that is why currently I am the Commissioner for Health and Safety for African Tourism Board, where we are promoting safety in tourism for all travelers across Africa. And I'm also a global ambassador for African Tourism Board. We've done a lot in other countries with partnership with tourism organizations in Uganda, in Zanzibar, and across different places. And recently I got an appointment as the Foreign Affairs Director and Director for Foreign Affairs and Special Duties for Police Relations Committee, that's PCRC, where we're going to promote what PCRC is doing in terms of safety and security across Africa, because you believe that there is no tourism without safety, you know. And then I'm also currently the chairman for OSHA UK, that is for Ogun State, that is Occupational Safety and Health Association UK. I've been the chairman for about 4 years now, and I'm also the vice chairman for OSHA UK for the National Advisory Council. I'm a fellow of OSHA UK, sorry. Then I'm also the state chairman for Women in Business and Tourism for Ogun State, where we promote women and what they can do. And for 7 years now, I've been the state coordinator for the Albino Foundation, where we have His Excellency Obasanjo with us as our grand patron, who has been helping us to promote the well-being of people with albinism and their welfare also. And then I'm also currently the director for health coaching for Africa, and just those are the things we're doing right now to promote Africa, you know. And I think I should stop there. We've taken this. I should say that we've taken this to different African countries, and we're doing more. We're passionate about all this, and we actually want to do more, because I'm a real Pan-African, and I want to promote everything African.
All right, we've had something about I've heard about the Healthy Wealthy Africa initiative. I also learned you're part of it.
Yes, sir. Yeah, the Healthy Wealthy, it's health coaching. We train health coaches for Africa to improve the health of Africans, you know, using what we have here in order to promote their health. So I'm the director for Africa, and I'm supposed to have recruit volunteers and train them for this also. Then I'm also the CEO for Keiko African Collections. I'm the CEO for Golden Bee Network, and also I'm a co-founder for Advanced Safety Training Institute of Africa. Yes.
All right. What relationship do you have with Golden Bee Network Africa? Is that what has it got to do with you? Because I also learned in one of our newspapers discovery that you also part of Golden Bee Network Africa.
Yeah, Golden Bee Network Africa is actually powering the Project Fly With Us. It's like a mother company to Project Fly With Us, and we're using all this to drive 4 things: safety, health, security, and tourism across Africa.
All right, and you also told us, though, I also said that earlier, that you're from Omongalago in Iziamam Fosse in Isialangwa South local government area. Nobody would have believed that such a wonderful woman. And then in those days, about a few years back, we were only talking about Dora Konyeli and a few others, a few women, never knowing that there is one that is coming around from Abia State in particular, and also not just from the home state and the home place of living said Moses Obunna.
Yes.
So what do you have to say about this?
Yes, the moment she came home and gave me all this profile, I said, oh my God, a duty to let the world know that after Konjiwa, after Dora Konele, we still have people who are passionate about Africa, making African people, boys, girls, women, men, to realize themselves, to know that where you are found. Some people will say, oh, Nigeria, it's not a lie. Nigeria is a great country. It is when we go out to find out what others do, we will come back to know where we are getting it wrong.
All right. All right, I still want to ask you, Ambassador, what is the relationship with your academic profession as a public health consultant and a public health expert, with all those things that you are involved in? Well, a lot of people will always want to think that once you're a public health person, you should end up in the hospital, but yours is a different case.
Well, a lot of people ask me, I don't know, I think I should attribute it to God, because God gave me so much potentials. And one thing is, I don't say no. If somebody, they walk up to me, all these things I belong to, I never applied one day. They just say, Peace, can you do this? I say, yes, okay, let me do it. There was a time, my former boss, I worked with him for 5 years. He's the CEO of Adron Homes, one of the biggest real estate companies in Nigeria. And the wife walked up to me and took me to their house. He said, Peace, can you do the finishing of this house? And I'm like, I just finished my master's then. And I'm like, I'm not an architect. I've not been an engineer. I don't know what to do. She said, you've done something for me before, and I believe you can do this. And I said, okay. So I just prayed and I said, God, teach me what to do. And God did not disappoint, because I now had a team of people. Seriously, I can build your house now. I know everything about house, about real estate. I do a couple of things. I'm a caterer. I'm part of the Actors Guild I'm a member of Actors Guild of Nigeria. A member of Institute of Tourism Professionals of Nigeria.
Ready? Let's go! Right on the Atlantic. No, Indian Ocean. Indian Ocean. Yeah, right.
I belong to a lot of things, so I still I'm still passionate about the health. I don't play with health because I try to manage and empower people's health, especially reversing chronic diseases. So I do it daily. So I just don't know. I think it's the grace of God that helps me to combine all these things.
All right, before we go on a very short break and come back, I want us to look at what is happening right now, because this Project Fly With Us now, there will be a game that is coming up in 2014.
Exactly, next 2 weeks.
In the next 2 weeks.
African Cup of Nations.
Okay.
And Project Fly With Us wants everybody in Nigeria. When we say everybody, we want large number of Nigerians to join to support not just the Super Eagles. It's not a Super Eagles thing. It's Nigeria. We're going there to lift Nigeria up. We're going there to showcase Nigeria, to say, Nigeria, we are proud of you. You are the giant. So we're going to support the Super Eagles in the next 2 weeks. That is why Project Fly With Us is the convener for people, for logistics. We're providing logistics for people traveling to Côte d'Ivoire for ease of transportation and everything.
Some Moses Obona, I don't know, there are two types of fuels in the world. You have the football fuel and you have the other fuel. I don't know if you're a footballer. I'm not sure I've seen you one, even when I was a wonderful goalkeeper in my days.
I know you were a ball boy. Ball boy, your job was to stand at the sideline and make sure any ball that escapes from the field is located by your brother. I was a very wonderful goalkeeper.
Wow.
It's such a goalkeeper that if I'm not available, the match will be rescheduled because my people will no longer want to play. So I love football. That's why when she came and said, Living Television partner with us, and we're now partnering with them, we make sure that Abians will travel to Abidjan.
Yes.
And they watch this football, this game live, including on Living Television.
Not only watching the football, they are going to tour Abidjan.
Okay.
They are going to tour it. We are going to add the tourism aspect to it, and it's going to be wonderful.
Hello, hi. Can you imagine that I just crossed the equator? I just crossed the equator on the second largest lake in the whole wide world. I'm at Lake Victoria. I'm coming from Namba Island, where I went to see chimpanzees.
In the middle of the world.
In the middle of the world. That is where I am. So tourism tourism is live. Visit Uganda. Still on the Pearl of Africa. Tourism Expo.
The jewel of the continent.
Oh,
Yes, here we are.
Thank you.
They're going to try the cuisines and so much.
What do you think you've been there? What do you think they will likely see when they go to Abidjan, apart from the game of football?
The first thing is we're taking them to Grand Bassam. Grand Bassam is a UNESCO tourism center site. You know, it's beautiful. Everything in Grand Bassam, it's beautiful. So Grand Bassam is one of the places we're going to take them to have a white beach party. So it's going to be so much fun, and they're going to eat their chake. They're going to eat their chake. They're going to eat Cajun pole, and I bet you, after eating a chake, some of them are going to real focus in them. Well, it's their menu.
What kind of meal is a chake? Because the sound of that meal alone.
It sounds songwa, achake.
Wait till you get to Abidjan.
All right, wonderful listeners. We are going to go on a very short break. I'm sure you've been salivated, and then you're waiting to hear more about Abidjan 2024. And then she's going to about how are you going to travel? How are you going to be part of it? What will it take to be part of it? When we come back, we will continue with it. Just don't go away as we move on. We're just going to take a short break, and when we come back, these issues of the moment must continue. Don't go away. Great listeners and wonderful Nigerians, I'm glad you're still there listening to your favorite station, the Living Radio 90.9. And also what makes us tick is Living Radio 90.9, Living Television, and also the Living TV Film Academy, tripartite. So we are three in one, just like Jesus Christ, the Trinity. Right today, you are lucky to have a wonderful guest who you're listening to. And I'm not sure, in recent times you've not seen a woman achieve this wonderful thing and remain the woman she is. And that is why today is a special day for you. And today we are not just going to talk about the Abidjan 2024, we're also going to talk about albinism. When you talk about albino, we have a lot of them scattered here. The woman we're talking about is also the state coordinator of Albino Foundation. And so we are also going to know, what is this albino organization? What is it all about? Are there benefits and so on? Because I've seen so many albinos and so on, scattered everywhere, even in Abia State here. So you are welcome back, and then we pray you stay till the end of the program. You have a lot to enjoy. Those of you that have never traveled to watch a football outside this nation, outside this country, outside Nigeria, outside the Enyimba city here in Aba, this is a wonderful opportunity, as she's going to open it up and let you know what is going to happen and how you can be directly involved and how you can travel. These are many more we are going to look at in this second segment of this program. So once again, you're welcome and thank you for being there. Ambassador, it's good to know we talked about the Abidjan 2024, and then you said it is an opportunity for Africans to travel. You also said they are going to give us a soup called achake, and I don't know what you said. So how is it going to be, and how will people be directly involved? Are you talking about the fans, football fans like Enyimba fans and other football fans that will travel? And then how does this African project Fly With Us, how are they going to come in?
Okay, thank you once again, Prof. When we talk about sports tourism, it is not just about going to watch. There are two aspects to it. One, you want to be a spectator, you want to watch the matches live, and the euphoria, the excitement that you're watching the team from your country playing in this foreign location. And a lot of people actually do that. Do you know that during the female Cup this year, the one in Australia, a lot of Nigerians bought ticket just to buy the match ticket. Some people paid up to 1.5 million just for the ticket, not the visa, not the flight ticket. You understand? When it is outside the country, outside Africa, a lot of people want to go. They want to go to Qatar. They spend millions and millions of naira. But now it is Africa. And that is why we are interested in this. That is why I particularly am interested. This is Africa, for God's sake. And we are going to promote Africa. Everybody that is an African should promote the continent. You understand? Now, the good thing is that Abidjan is somewhere, I call it our backyard, because it's somewhere that you can go by road. You go by road to Abidjan, and it's just like 30 hours. It's just like somebody going from Lagos to Jos or from Lagos to Jingri. It's the same mileage. You understand? So everybody can afford to be in Cote d'Ivoire. So we want people to go en masse. So apart from supporting our Super Eagles, I am particularly proud of the Super Eagles. I'm super proud of the Super Eagles. I don't mind what is happening right now with NFF and all this. I know that they are going to bounce back. We trust them. And I know that they are going to make us proud in Abidjan. And they are playing the first match on the 14th of January, actually. So apart from supporting Super Eagles, apart from supporting Nigeria, and because we're going to hold our flags, green, white, green, everybody will know that Nigerians don't arrive Abidjan, that kind of thing, Another thing is your own. You and your family, you can use it as a holiday time. You can use it a time for getting together with your friends and everything. It's tour time. You will use it to tour other African countries. One, when we're going on bus, because I'm going on by road also. Some people want to fly, but I'll go by road with my team and some of my my people, and of course, Living TV, St. Moses, my uncle. So he has promised his donation. He's going to stream all these things live in Abidjan. He's going with us. You're going to see this, everything. And now we're going to tour 4 countries. You leave Lagos, you tour Cotonou. You see the beauty in Cotonou. You go to Togo, we'll stop by, we'll drink coconut water, we'll go to Ghana and then land in Abidjan. Then we're touring Abidjan. So it's not just for sports fans alone. It's not just for the supporters club alone. Another thing that will benefit you, I'm telling you, if you want business in 2024, if you want to make that billion you've been praying for, if you want to make money, if you want to get to the next level, then you must make sure that you are in Abidjan. Why? Because we're expecting millions of people coming from all over Africa. We're expecting people coming from the whole world. If you're selling this thing, this t-shirt, and you're selling it 10,000, imagine selling it to 100,000 people. So there's an opportunity for business, there's an opportunity for networking, there's a whole vast array of opportunities out there waiting for you in Abidjan. So it's one of the best times to start your year, because you're going to meet people who are your destiny helpers in Abidjan.
All right, St. Moses Obun.
My brother, it's going to be fun.
Yeah.
That will be closing the year 2023 and the opening the year 2024.
Life.
When you start life in Abidjan, after all we have suffered in Nigeria, my brother, it is a good place to relax and pray to God while they are watching football. You are eating what do you call it?
Achake.
And when you eat achake, you will say, God, I thank you. 2024 will then begin.
Exactly.
2024 will really begin for those who travel to Abidjan immediately after the game. Because you will, one, know where you have not been before. Meet people you have not met before. Get connected with people who do the kind of business you do here. Introduce the business you are doing here to other people. My brother, you will widen your scope. As far as I'm concerned, it is not just fun. It is not just going to watch football. It is going to widen your scope.
All right, let us know, Ambassador, let us know, how will people be directly involved in terms of going? Is the government sponsoring the movement? How will people be involved? Those who are interested, who want to work with your project, Fly With Us, who want to go through you outside the football fans and so on, what will it take?
Okay, right now we don't have sponsorship from the government, but I'm praying that the governor, especially Abia State Governor, is going to hear us. St. Moses, Demusi, Amamutu Governor Ngisi Anohena, Meya Tono ya Biko.
As far as I'm concerned, the governor in Bezibomat,
Bam.
He is one person who will want to project what he is doing in Abia outside Abia.
Exactly. And we're calling other state governors also. We want the government to support us. We want the youth to go. Now, another thing is we have our local football teams, and they've been playing so hard since December, this cup, this tournament, and what have you. When they finish playing, the village that wins Enyewo Cup, VO Cup, the cup we want you to give is their ticket to Abidjan. Please, we want all communities to sponsor at least two people from each community to go to Abidjan to see what others are doing.
It's good that our governor has appointed Kano Wanko.
Wow.
As the chief.
That is beautiful.
Of Enyimba.
That is good. So
Kano Wanko will do the best to make sure that the local players, not necessarily Enyimba alone,
yes,
or the female team, I don't know what they call them,
Football Federation,
but these local ones we are talking about,
exactly,
to go out and see how they can develop themselves. Those who take football as hobby should be made to know that this football they are taking as hobby should be
Can take them
professional.
places.
You see, if they are not serious with it, just using it as entertaining the people that came back home, they should be made sponsored. Open their eyes, shake them awake, make them know that this thing is something that can take them to places including Abidjan.
Yes, sir.
I know very well that if our sports commissioner takes this into his consideration, if the person at the tourism, I don't know the ministry that is in charge, will come and partner with us, send their proposals to the governor.
Exactly.
And let the governor know that he can sponsor Abians to Abidjan.
Yeah.
To learn, to see what others are doing.
Especially
there.
indigent Abians.
Indigent ones. Those who cannot go there ordinarily. I know the government, if given the proper proposals, they will listen.
All right, thank you, sir. We also want the churches to sponsor. We want businesses to sponsor. We want business owners actually to sponsor this trip, because if you sponsor, as a sponsor, you stand to gain visibility across Africa. Whatever we're doing, we're streaming live with Africa because we're in partnership with African Tourism Board. We have partnership with Women in Business and Tourism. We have partnership with Usher UK, with PCRC, national and international. We have with Kalu African Media, and we have with our Miss Football Federation of Nigeria. We also have the most important, we have Sports University of Nigeria, and we have Living Saints Television.
Living television.
Living Television. Yes. The Living Television is going to go with us. So these are our partners, and we also have with NTA also. NTA is going with us also. We have with FCT Volunteer Network. FCT Tourism Volunteer Network. We also have with FCT Tourism Department. So those are the places we have. So why don't business owners just sponsor this trip, and we're gonna blow your business seriously. Those are the opportunities.
Now you're talking about people getting involved, and also how will they participate? What is the involvement?
Okay,
what is the financial involvement?
All right.
And so on, those of them who are interested, who may want to reach you, or who may want to know how to start making arrangement for payment or saving for payment, how are they going to do that?
Like I said earlier on, Project Fly With Us is just giving you an ease of transport, of accessibility. You know what we did? Abidjan is a French-speaking country. If you go on your own, some people might have hitches. You have a lot of hitches, starting from the currency exchange, which is CFA to Naira. You're going to have challenges with accommodation. You're going to have challenges with transportation and all other logistics. So we took that upon ourselves and said, okay, let's do that for you. So we've made arrangement with hotels in Côte d'Ivoire. We've made arrangement we're in partnership with COCAN. COCAN is just like their local organizing committee, just like NFF here, and we are ready to accept people. So because of our currency depreciation, we're having challenges. There's a hike now in the Naira. So the basic we have for accommodation and round trip is 2 million Naira for round trip. When you hear 2 million Naira, remember that when you get to Côte d'Ivoire and you do an exchange, it's about 1 million Naira because of the depreciation. So when you hear 2 million, don't think that is a big money. It's not actually, because we're giving you 10 days accommodation. We're doing a round trip, and when you pay for feeding, we're gonna feed you. It's optional, or you want to feed yourself. So those are the things we have done. And then we have other categories, but the least category we have is 2 million Naira by road. Then if you want to go by air also, you can look at our website, because all that is in the website also. If you want to go by air, we'll have the booking agents that's going to do that with you. But the fun lies in going by road. Thank you.
All right, you are saying the 2 million Naira is just all, that is both for the movement, for the trip, and for the feeding?
Round trip and accommodation and also the city tour, because you must get to Grand Bassam.
All right.
List.
Some more. You had that.
My mouth is already waiting. Watering. And do you imagine when you get to Abidjan? Those areas, you see, the problem is this. We don't know what other countries look like. Alright? We only know when you travel to Lagos what Lagos is like. And before you get to Lagos, you see the bad roads. Alright? But when you fly into Nigeria and you are taken to tourist centers in Nigeria, you will never know Nigeria is beautiful.
It's rich here. It's true.
Alright? So, if we go out, we will begin to respect our country.
And
see
continent.
that what others have, we also have it. If you are just here, you go to Ariari and come back. Before you get to Ariari, you pass all the bad roads. You think everywhere is like that. We will also go by road to see that the other countries also have bad roads. We will cross the bad roads.
Not many of them.
Go to their good roads. So that when we are condemning our rulers here, you will see how far they are trying and how less they are not trying. My brother, I think this is a beautiful idea. Again, Aba is a manufacturing center.
It's true.
Commercial hub of Africa. Yeah. If we are traveling, bring your product, sample.
Exactly.
Wherever we are going, we display whom you are. You get connection with people. People who will say, will they do this kind of shoe? We need it to. You take the address. You export. I think a lot can be achieved by this.
Yes, it's true.
All right, for those of you who are businessmen out there, I think this is a wonderful opportunity, because he that walks alone is in front and behind. What she's saying, this is an opportunity that you can as well market yourself outside Nigeria. Enough of going to Abuja to sell your shoes and going to Lagos and selling your shoes. You can imagine if these shoes are sold in Abidjan and some other nearby countries like Ghana and Cotonou, from what she's saying. So it is important for you. I'm sure before we end the program today, we are also going to look at the account number and so on. We are people who are interested will pay in, and then the phone number you can also reach, so that you can always get across to her and also maybe have a detailed information of this, because when you talk about 2 million, it's a very big money to a lot of people. A lot of people never started their business who are millionaires today with up to 2 million naira. All right, so before we end the program, you're going to get these details, the account numbers and so on, and phone numbers to get. Now, before, as we are moving on, do you have challenges in these programs?
Yeah, we had challenges. One is booking the accommodations. In fact, the first challenge was people will always tell you can't do it. Lots of people were telling my colleagues, say, "Peace, don't worry." I think we were about 7 that started. All of them just said, "No, it's a whole lot of stress. I'm not going to do it." But I said, "I'm going to do it." And one is discouragement, and then getting accommodations, because right now everybody going for AFCON, we have challenges in accommodation, because the accommodations in Cote d'Ivoire has risen ×3 now. So we were able to, why it's even this cheap is because we were able to secure those accommodations about 2 months ago, and we have a partnership deal, you understand. So that is one. Then getting sponsorship to commit to this. What I had to do was I had to go and take a loan to fund this, because I'm like, we have to do this. We have our website, we've gone really far. You can see our t-shirt we are wearing, we're just ready, you understand. So those are the challenges, having sponsorship and people believing in you. But because we've done this, we're touring the whole Africa in 2024. Yeah, Project Fly with Us, let's tour Africa.
So how beautiful are you?
So even after Abidjan, we're touring the whole Africa. So the first hurdle, we've passed it. So we're in the second one now. And the second one is Nigerians, they just love last minute thing. You know, when it's last minute, you won't be able to give them the best. And they will start complaining. They will say, oh, Project Fly with us, you didn't give us the best, but you're coming at the last minute. So that's the challenge we're having. So we're begging people that want to come on, please, we're giving you 5 days. Just signify your interest. To signify your interest, you're going to make a percentage of the payment first. Let's even know that, yes, you are coming. Then when we're going, and we're traveling on January 10th, actually, you see, we don't actually have time. It's 10 days countdown. So 5 days for you to signify your interest by making a 50% deposit. After that, we know that we're done. So it's now for you to, in the next 5 days, you do your complete payment and we go. So those are what we're having. Thank you.
You just had it from the horse's mouth, and then what she's talking about is a stitching time saves 9. It is not about a late minute time when it is about a day to go and then you start rushing. But for you to get the best services offered by these Project Fly with us, you must make your payment. Now, I said they're leaving on the 10th of January.
Yes.
That's when the departure time. So it is important, those of you who are directly involved, we're going to get the account number and also your phone number so that they can call and make deposit. Those who want to pay, those they want to talk with you before. I know the average Aba man, the businessmen and so on, they want to be sure of what they're doing. But with all these personality profile reeled out here, I'm sure you're certain that any money in this venture is worth it, and then you are going to gain it times 4, especially those of you who are businessmen who are going to really showcase your business when you get there. I'm sure it is worth doing. Okay, right now as we speak, let's know, is there a particular, you're going to give us a phone number and also account for those who want to pay and then consult you later or talk to you later? We will have a phone number. Is there any phone number that is ready?
Yeah, we have, can I call it now?
Go ahead.
091 33 88 0104. WhatsApp only. 091 33 88 0104. WhatsApp only. And then for text messages, you can use 081 348 99933.
Yeah, you talked about website.
And then
also call 081 66
411 400.
That
Yes.
is Living Television.
yes.
All right. Now, you talked about website. For those who want to make further inquiries about the organization, and so can they also have the website?
Yeah, it's projectflywithus.com.
Projectflywithus.com. Now, what she's actually saying is that the line is open. Registration is open. For those of you who are interested, you can as well consult them either through the website to find out things for yourselves, or the number that is given. The number will also be seen in the screen as we televise this. And also outside that, as this will be going on radio right away, on our screen, for those of you who are interested, who have been following us in our YouTube, it's also going to come on screen. You are going to see some of the projects that they are directly involved, and also some of the pictures that will convince you, because in journalism we say pictures don't lie, and then they tell more stories and facts. And then you're going to see all these things and how far she has moved. She had really thought round, and for her to get to this level, it's not an easy thing. The federal government is aware of this, and also the state government. Just like she said, she's also still asking for sponsorship. You can sponsor. Those of you who are sponsoring a community-based footballs, setting a cup. I know I've done that twice and so on. He's also asking that you can also sponsor 2 persons from that your local football team to be there. If he comes back, he's going to change his style of playing, and I'm sure next time you see him, you'll be so surprised, you'll be so amazed at his level of change. So it is important we know this. All right, there are some other things you need to people to know about this, about Project Fly with Us, and also Abidjan 2024.
Okay, I think we've covered much of everything. We've covered almost everything. It's just that Nigeria is lucky to be playing in Abidjan. Some other countries are playing in Yamoussoukro, a distance from Abidjan, but Nigeria is playing in Abidjan, and that's good for us because of the logistics. And we've said it that it's going to be fun. It's going to be worthwhile having you and hosting you in Abidjan during Project Fly With Us.
Aha. Remember, there was something I said here. I talked about albinism, and then she's also the coordinator of Albino Foundation in Ogun State. Incidentally, look at that is one problem we have heard here. But it is better she started outside Abia, because if she had started all these things here, nobody would have taken her very serious. But even in Ogun State, she's appointed the state chairperson in Ogun State, and she holds a lot of positions in that state, and she's also the coordinator of Albino Foundation. How can Abians benefit from this?
Even when I look at two of you, I thought you both of
Oh dear. Okay, let me start by saying that before I forget, I wanted to say we also need sponsors to sponsor albinos to this place. Okay. Seriously, I'm calling on well-meaning Nigerians. Just help us and sponsor 20 people with albinism to Cote d'Ivoire. It's gonna change a lot of things. Now, let me tell you, incidentally, I'm the only non-albino that is a state coordinator. All other coordinators for the 36 states, they are albinos, except me. And they gave me that honor because of the passion I have for albinos. Actually, I joined them maybe, let me say, accidentally, because I was doing my project, and when I looked, professor gave me an assignment on vulnerable people, and when I looked vulnerable people, I saw albinos. I'm like, albinos, are they vulnerable? He said yes. So I started researching on them. The first research I did was about how South Africans take care of their albinos, and I'm like, excuse me, what is Nigerian government doing for albinos? So I started asking the question. Then I asked the people around me, I asked them, albinos that I say, excuse me, is the government doing anything for you? They said no. I said, are you in any association? They said no. Then I got so worried and I got angry. Then I scanned and I saw that they have something in Abuja, and it was Jake Epele. So I now called Jake. I said, I'm in Babcock University, I'm doing something, and I see what the other countries are doing for albinos. I see they're suffering. What do you have to do? He invited me, and that is how it started about 7 years ago. So the first thing I did was to organize. I went to most of the local governments in Ogun State, and I organized albinos, and it was pathetic, because so many of them, they have these myths and misconceptions about albinos. People don't want to associate with them. People don't want to play with them. People don't want to eat with them. They call them names. Even when they are working with me, they'll be making jest of them, and they were calling them Oyibo, this, Oyibo Pepper. I say, no, that's not her name. This is address them. You need to address them properly. You need to add dignity, dignify them, you understand? So I now started radio and television programs, then OGTV, OGBC. I started taking them around, and I tried, especially in Ogun State, the stigmatization went down. Even when they are doing October 1st or any of those things, I make t-shirts for them. They also batch, and they pass the governor and everything. You know, when we started,
so how can albinos in Abia State, how can they benefit from
when we started, we saw that most of them have the challenges, two main challenges: the skin cancer. They have high risk of skin cancer, and they have this low vision issue. Those are the most the worst challenges they have, actually. So we give them lectures. So what we can do for Abians is we have a coordinator for Abia State.
Okay.
Anybody that has an albino should take my number 081-348-99933. Any albino anywhere you are in Abia State, any state, if you don't belong to any organization, just call, any team, any unit, just call me. I'm going to place you, because we want the government to help them. We want the government to give them palliative. We want the government to take care of them. A lot of them are dying from skin cancer. They will not tell you. Most of them don't even know that it's skin cancer. So we've treated a lot of kings. We want people, the communities, to know that there is nothing wrong with albinism. It's just the lack of melanin. That is all. They are normal human beings. Every community, you have to rise and protect your albinos. Make sure that they don't go out in the sun. Make sure that you protect them. So we're going to have a workshop for the state for albinism. So I'm going to work with them. With Living TV, we're going to do so much for albinos this year.
Let's take that number again.
081-348 999. No, 999. That's 999-33. Okay, so that's it.
All right. For those, I know I've seen a lot of albinos in Abia State here, and from what St. Moses Obona said, it's like 2 of us escaped albinism by stroke of chance. By stroke of chance. All right, you can always call this number to get involved. If you have a brother, a sister, a nephew, uncle, or niece who is albino, 08134 899933. I take it again, 08134899933.
You can also call Living TV.
Or you can also call Living Television with 081 66 11400 081 66 411400. Yes. So you can also call Living TV, or you call Ambassador herself, and then address the issue, or then make inquiries on how you can get your albino involved. From what he's saying, there are a lot of benefits for you to belong. As the coordinator of albinism in Ogun State, she had to bring it because charity, they say, begins at home. But most often, back there at home, a lot of people may not understand. But it's better she's coming from outside, and I'm sure we'll understand that there are a lot of benefits for you if you're an albino, like she talked about this skin cancer and pale vision. And then it is important that you belong. When you count these numbers, I'm sure something better will happen. St. Moses, you had what she said, especially concerning this sponsorship of going to Abidjan 2014, and they said it's about 2 million naira and so on. We've talked to our businessmen and women who are interested, and even the local footballers who are scattered everywhere here. And then you can sponsor 2% from each community to go and see things for themselves. And then talking about this money, he said about 2 million, and when you get there, it's just about 1 million, the accordance in there. All right, some more. Before we leave, what do I say?
I think that it is a great opportunity for Aba-made people. You know, we used to call Aba-made, but now it is made in Aba. We no longer want made in China.
No.
Made in Japan. We have to popularize made in Aba. All the manufacturers in Aba, these product makers, are you a shoemaker, do you do t-shirts, whatever you do, take your sample along. When we get there, we'll give you a platform where you will showcase. But in fact, it is possible.
Even people making senators, they just go with their catalog.
I think you need to work with your commissioner for trade there, so that we can do
we have that already. We have that. Yeah, we're doing that.
Where they will display made in Nigerian or made in Aba products.
Yeah, we're having that already.
Then we benefit a lot. They'll benefit a lot.
Yeah.
And in whichever country we are touring now, we will carry them along.
Exactly. Exactly.
All right, our wonderful listeners, this is where we're going to draw the curtain, but before we go, let's have a final take from Ambassador. Ambassador, peace.
Thank you, Prof, for being for having me on your show, and I really thank my big uncle, St. Moses, for giving me this honor to feature your television station. It's a big honor, and I thank you, our dear listeners, for having the time to listen to us, and we're waiting for you to tour the whole Africa. Thank you.
And St. Moses Obona.
Thank you very much. And I know that we will see a lot of our people. Are you in government? Are you in trade? Whatever profession you are, come. Even the lawyers, I know the professor here, you will be part of us. Thank you very much.
All right, our wonderful listeners, that's the much we're going to take today. I've been your anchor man, Chinedum Godson Adiele, who with Ambassador Peace and St. Moses Obona. Remember, it is important to make a move. Remember also that a man who travels is far much wiser than a man who stays at home with his PhD. And no wonder they say that traveling is part of education. That's exactly what we're talking about. Make sure you're part of this moving trend. Don't shy away. From my far left is St. Moses Obona. St. Moses Obona, thank you for being part of today's program.
Thank you very much.
And I also have Ambassador Peace Oniri. We are very pleased to have you here today.
Thank you, Prof.
And this is Chinedum Adiele signing off. Bye for now.
My name is Ideya, my name is Ideya, my name is Ideya forever. Jésus ne change pas, Jésus ne change pas, il est toujours aimé, Jésus ne change pas. L'amour que j'ai choisi est souverain mes esprits, l'amour que j'ai choisi est souverain mes esprits, l'amour que j'ai choisi est souverain mes esprits, il est toujours aimé. My name is Ideya, my name is Ideya, my name is Ideya.
Dance,
forever. My name is Ideya, my name is Ideya, my name is Ideya forever. Jésus ne change pas, Jésus ne change pas.
Sorry.
Il est toujours aimé, Jésus ne change pas. L'amour que j'ai choisi, le suprême, l'amour que j'ai choisi, le suprême.